15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with their opponents. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And still fighting. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Caught here by Bell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked picked off near the 26. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off play action, Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's looking deep for Bell. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. To throw is Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now it's Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To the air again, Fields. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you any ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bets.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-3 is your score after 1. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Play action. It's Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Going for the deep ball. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expected miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the rout is on here in this first half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Looking middle, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2. at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on second down, Fields escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. A shotgun snap, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
On first down, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Flush to his right. First down and more for Jackson. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a run is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Fields on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll bring up a second down. From the gun, here's Fields. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Fields throwing again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, it didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Now Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Fields eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports, taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, it's Fields.
And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Fields now to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10. Off play action, Fields.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line.
Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
To throw is Fields.
And he's got his man on the out route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent up to...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
No problem there on the extra point. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond, but on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Oh, he bowls it, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. That's caught left side by Hardman. Oh, and now some space to operate. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Again, Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Justin Fields
scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Huskies get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
A try here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
And what would the dime look that time on defense? Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
Hardman on the return.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Noah Igbinoghene.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Here's Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40.
To the air again, Fields. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Fields. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Broken tackle. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Fighting through it. He's got space. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On first down, Fields.
He sets to fire deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point attempt to come here. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
2nd and 11.
And despite the late lead, Jack blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they do.